Hey guys, so another walk to work. Sorry, there's been quite a few of these if you're not interested in them, but it gives me something to do while I walk to work. Um, for this one, it's just sort of, again, just like my usual ones, just general rambles. Um, but a couple of days ago, I signed back up to Pop in the Box because I unsubscribed just before the month started, so before they would actually take the subscription out, because I couldn't afford it, and that was fine. So then I resubscribed, I think it was 3 days ago, and they said that's fine. So I had been subscribed to 2 Pops, unsubscribed, and they said there was no issues, and then resubscribed for 2 Pops, and they said that was fine. I would only be getting 2 Pops, and they said you'll be charged the next day, like next working day. I went and checked to see how many I'd be getting, and it said I was going to be charged for 4 Pops, which is not what I placed down for. But what I think had happened is, even though I had cancelled my subscription for 2, it still showed in the system I had 2, and then when I resubscribed for 2, it then showed that I'd basically added 2 extra to my monthly ones. So it's added on to 4. So I emailed them up instantly and said, I said, I'm not paying for 4. I'll pay for 2, but I'm not paying for 4, because I put down on my thing for 2, not 4. But so now they've cancelled all of them. So, well, as far as I know, they've cancelled all of them. They're not showing up in my pending to be paid, but they're not in my dispatched section. As far as I know, they're completely being cancelled. And I've not had any money taken out for them, which I'm probably more grateful for. No money's been taken out, because I was nearly £40, which if it was next month's pay, I would have been able to afford it and probably would have bought it, but not with this month's pay because I was on sick leave for a while, so I couldn't afford to pay it. Sick leave's not great, so see what happens then. If they're going to actually, wait till next month, like the 1st of July, to actually send me through my 2 Pop subscription again, or they're just going to wait a couple of days to actually figure out what's wrong with their systems for my 2 Pops. But we'll just have to wait and see with that. I was trying to do a bit of research. There was a Pop that Hijinks wanted. I've been trying to find it anywhere on the internet, but turns out stuff everywhere is still in pre-order stage, which is a pain because I'm now not going to get it in time for her birthday. But it doesn't matter now; it's fine. But yeah, it was a bit of a pain that I can't get it for her birthday, which is Doctor Strange, because she's obsessed with this film at the moment. She really wants to go see it, but the Pop is not being dispatched. Like, the pre-orders aren't finishing until the 30th of June. Okay, ambulance. So the pre-orders are not finishing for another 2 or 3 weeks. So ages away from even being processed. But it's just hoping if I could, but obviously can't, which is fine. I'm not too annoyed. If it'd been for anything else, then I probably would be a bit annoyed. I'm going to cut down this way actually. There's somebody walking, but he's walking very, very slow. So I'll go this way, because he's walking incredibly slow. I think it's an older person. Yeah. So Pop in the Box messed up a bit, but did it really quickly. The only thing is they didn't respond to my email though. They sorted the issue, but usually I get an email response saying that they'll be fixing it. Same as with my James Gordon. I sent them an email about that and asked, where is my James Gordon Pop, and they've not responded to the email, which is odd for them. They always respond to it, so I don't know if they're just overwhelmed by emails and just sort of reading them, taking action, moving on, instead of taking time to respond to the email, so we know that action has been taken. So yeah, and I've also got a refund. Somebody tried to ask for a refund on eBay from item they've said that they've not received. When I believe 99% that they have received the item. It was the Harry Potter triple pack, and I do believe they have received that. They just tried to get money back from me, which, because it was an expensive pop, and what I think has happened is that they've received that, then realised how much they spent on it, and now trying to get the money back from it, which they're not getting. So, from the time this video goes up, yesterday was the deadline I was to pay it back, if I wanted to pay it back, which I'm not, so then it could potentially go up to eBay, and what I will do when I go home or on the train is see if I can file it actually for lost with Royal Mail, because then Royal Mail will look into, because I have to put all the details down of where it was sent from, what date it was sent from, and where it was going to, like all of this, and then they will see any post that came through the buyer's post office from my location, and if they say that it went through there and got posted off, because they'll have record of it, then the buyer can't put through a returns claim, a refunds claim, and if once eBay, I was also kind of holding off, because when the buyer opens up a refund claim, and if I don't respond to it, and eBay now will take over it essentially. eBay will then look into the buyer and see how many other refund claims they have put through, and if it turns out they put through, say, 50 refund claims, and they're putting refund claims through for everything that they've bought, then they can't, then they're not going to get any money back at all, because they're putting through so many false refund claims. But if this is like the first one, then there's a higher chance that they will get the money, which I'm annoyed at, because I have no money to start with to give them. I use that money for like food and stuff, and I have explained it to them, and they went, and I said to them that the dates that they'd bought the pops from, there had been nearly 5 days of bank holidays and public holidays, and they didn't really care. They just said, well, it hadn't arrived on this date, which is actually a public holiday. There would be no mail going there anyway. I explained it to them, and they said, well, you told me it was going to be on that date, which I never. eBay automatically put a estimated date of arrival, which unfortunately landed on a public holiday, which I then explained that I do not pick the dates of the estimated dates of arrival. eBay do for whatever postage I pick. They'll pick a rough date of it according to Royal Mail's days it takes roughly, because I picked second class, so it's that takes an average 3 days, and unfortunately it had not arrived in 3 days, which they were annoyed at, because 2 of those days were public holidays. Then it was the weekend, then another public holiday, so that's 5 days of public holidays. So not my fault that out of, because so they'd messaged me on the Thursday when there was a public holiday and said, by the way, my pop still hasn't arrived. It says this is the estimated date for arrival. When is it going to turn up? I checked all the public holidays. I always checked that if somebody replied saying the item's not arrived. And I messaged back saying that there's a public holiday that day, and for the next few days, please give it up to maybe another week for it to arrive. He went, but I need it now. I can't help it if Royal Mail already have it in their hands. They're trying to get it to them. I can't help it that the Royal Mail are trying to get it to them. There's a very, very slim chance that the person is actually telling the truth and doesn't have this pop. They've told me that I obviously haven't posted it and was just trying to get a lot of money for it. I do have proof that I posted it. I always keep proof of posting pops or anything until after they've received it, then I'll get rid of the receipts. But yeah, he said that I most likely haven't posted it. I was just getting money from it. Then he said that I was just that he needs it for his girlfriend's birthday now because it hasn't arrived and I've ruined it. He clearly has to go buy another one with the money that he's trying to get back. So I've already sent the pops out. I would be out of pops and giving him money for him to go buy more pops, even though his eBay name is a store name. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy's online store makes you a little bit suspicious of what he's going to use the pops for. What I think has happened is he had a buyer lined up for the pops, bought the pops, probably told the person, hey, I'll pay, if you can buy them for, like, say, £40, £50. Person went, sure, okay, bought the pops in for me for £35 to also make a little bit of profit, which is understandable. The person's then backed out and now he wants all the money back because he doesn't want to pay for them because nobody else will buy them. That's what I think's happened. And because the person also doesn't want to pay for them now, or has backed out of it, and now he doesn't want them, he's trying to get money back, and now using any excuse, saying, oh, so this is his girlfriend's birthday, he's not going to arrive in time. I don't think that's so. I think it's just because somebody's backed out of it, and now if he puts through a non-receivement, then he's not, eBay's most likely to side with him, which I'll try and make sure it doesn't happen. Otherwise, I'm £35 out of pocket, which I don't have. Well, I do have. Can't afford to lose at all. Because if I lose that, then I will have maybe barely anything to get to work and eat. So, because I've got 3 weeks till payday. It's because I only just got paid on Monday. So like 2 or 3 days ago I got paid. So I've got like another 4 weeks till payday. I actually get paid on my birthday, which it's a nice birthday present. And I'm hopefully not working on my birthday. According to the pattern that the rota falls on, I should not be working on my birthday. But I'll still probably mention it in like 2 weeks that, you know, by the way, this, it is my birthday. And I'll also have to mention when I go into work actually today that I've got a hospital appointment in 2 weeks. Because the head chef that I work with, she's basically, if you don't give like, because I've had sick leave for a little bit, over the past few months. I've had quite a bit of sick leave. I've had like sick notes and being told no, like for surgeries and things like that, and each time I've given her say 2 or 3 months warning each time, and for each surgery. And each time she said, when I give her the sick note, it's, you've not given me enough time. Or if I go to put through for a holiday or an appointment or anything like that, and ask if she can give me either half day so I can get to the appointment, or if I can swap shifts with somebody. It's not enough. You've not given me enough notice. You've not given me enough notice. I can't really change the rota. So the amount of hospital appointments I've had to cancel because apparently 2 or 3 weeks notice is not enough time, when she only writes the rotas 1 week in advance at least. It's annoying.